All praises to Yahweh, Yahweh Shai. All praises to Yahweh, Yahweh Shai. Double honors to the men of GMS who rule well. Peace and salutation to the hopeful elect. This is Brother Boaz coming at you with another live lesson. But they hated him, okay? Who did they hate it? Yahweh Shai, okay? They didn't want him to rule, okay? And also going deeper into, I know I said this before, GMS got it, okay? They cracked the riddle. They got it. They got the 100% truth, okay? And they did it before Eden at time, okay? Let's get it. GMS, they got it. They cracked the riddle. Let's first get this one that I had lined up first. The book of Luke, chapter 19, verse 11. And as they heard these things, he added and spake a parable because he was nigh to Jerusalem, and because they thought that the kingdom of power would immediately appear, okay? So they thought the kingdom of Yahushua, just how certain Negroes, on this side fell out the truth, okay? I wasn't around 2000. I joined. I was in another Israelite group. Okay, at that time. Okay, around 2000, around 2001. I was a member of the Nation of Yahweh at the time. Okay, you guys know who the Nation of Yahweh was. Okay, but I fell out that and I came into GMS. Okay, because they cracked because they got it. Okay, I'm gonna just come out and say it. All these other Israelite camps and groups, they don't have it. They don't have the truth like GMS. They got it. Okay, they're like a cookie cutter. Verse 13, verse book of Luke, chapter 19, verse 13. And he called his 10 servants and delivered them 10 pounds and said unto them, occupy till I come. Okay, so he told his servants, okay, to occupy till he come. Okay, but the citizens hated him and sent a message after him saying, we will not have this man rule over us. Okay. And moving on. And it came to pass when he was returned, have received the kingdom, jumping up here to verse 13, verse 12. He said, therefore, a certain nobleman went to a faraway country to receive himself a kingdom and to return. Verse 15, and it came to pass when he was returned and received the kingdom, then these servants then he called unto him whom he have given money, that he might know how much every man had gained by trading. Okay, so Yahweh Shai gave every man what's the money. Okay, this truth. Okay, so buy the truth and sell it not. Okay, that's what this is about. This truth. Oh, how wealthy the riches of God. Then came the first, saying, Lord, thy pound have gained 10 pounds. Then and he said unto him, Well done, thou good servant, because thou hast been faithful in a very little, thou have thou authority over 10 cities. And the second came, saying, Lord, thy pound had gained 5 pounds. And he said likewise to him, be also over 5 cities. And another man came, saying, Lord, behold, here is thy pound, and I have kept it up in a napkin. Okay, so he kept it up in a napkin, just chapter 20. A handkerchief. That's a little note over here. This is a King James version. Napkin, you can see, means handkerchief from a companion Bible. For I fear thee, because thou art an austere man, thou takest up what thou layest not, and reapest that thou did not sow. Okay, so what does austere means? Harsh, dry, and harsh. Okay, that's Yahweh Shai. Okay, that's Yahweh Shai. He's a harsh and angry man. Okay, so if you want to know who got the truth, if you want to know if you want to get your garment, you got to go to GMS. Okay, they got it. They cracked the riddle. All the other camps, they just chucking and driving, want money. Okay, doing it for filthy lucre's sake. Okay. Let's go. Let's come over here. Let's look at the meaning of harsh. Harsh, exacting, grim, hard, ungentle, and unpleasing in action or effect, unpleasant, severe, stern, cruel. Look at this, okay? This is all the word harsh means. Willful, knowing, causing pain and distress. Okay, that's Yahweh Shai. So if you on his bad side, which all the other nations, okay, they're on his on the left hand side, ooh wee, that's all I can say. What I don't even got the words for it. How destroyed you gonna be? Okay. Enjoying the pain and distress of others. Look at this. Enjoying the pain and distress of bloodthirsty, cold-blooded, demonic, evil. Look at this. Inhumane, revengeful. That's all what the word austere means. Yahweh Shai is a terrible demon-like power, okay, that needs to be worshipped and feared. And he said unto him, out of thy own mouth I will judge thee, you wicked servant. Thou knewest that I was an austere man, taking up that I not sown, that I did not lay down, and reaping that I did not sow. Wherefore then thou gavest me not my money into the bank, and at my coming might have required my own with usury. Okay, so okay. And he said unto them, that thou stood by, taking from them the pound and giving it to him that has 10 pounds. And the word bank, let's come over here to the companion note. If you can see that, bank means table exchange. For I say unto you that unto everyone that has shall be given, and from him that hath not, even that which he shall be taken away from him. Let's go up to 24 again. Read from the top. And he said unto them that stood by, take from thee the pound and give it to him that has 10 pounds. And they said unto him, Lord, he has 10 pounds. For I say unto you that unto every one that has shall be given, and from him that hath not, that he have not, shall be taken away from him. But those my enemies which would not have me reign over them, bring them hither and slay them before me. Okay, now this is Yahushai, okay? This is Yahushai, God of heaven. Okay, this is Yahushai, the God of heaven. Okay. Isaiah 14. Isaiah 14, we'll start up at chapter 1. For Yahweh will have mercy on Jacob, and yet he will choose Israel, and set them in their own land, and by theirs, and the stranger shall be joined unto them, that and they shall cling to the house of Jacob. Now the strangers is the foreigner, okay? They look like all the other nations, but their line stems back to basically ancient Israel, okay? Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob. That's who this stranger is talking about. And the people shall take them and bring them to their place, and the house of Israel shall possess them in the land of Yahweh for servants and handmaids, and they shall take them captives, who captains they were, and they shall rule over their oppressor. Okay, so the so-called white man gets out of power. The Israelites take the kingdom and rule over the oppressor. Okay, that's what this is about. Okay, so the so-called white man's falling out of power, and that you're seeing currently, the white man's falling out of power now. Okay, it's going to happen fast and suddenly. Okay, one moment. when this transaction happens, if you will, it's going to happen at a really quick succession. You're going to be like, wow, the so-called white man, where is he? Okay, that's how you're going to see. You're going to set up and say to yourself, wow, what happened to the so-called white man? Why is he destroyed? That's what you're going to ask yourself a question, okay? Let me see if I can find the scripture. Give me a second, one moment here. The book of Luke, chapter 18, no, chapter, I believe it's 10. Give me a second. 10, verse 18. And he said unto them, behold, Satan, I beheld Satan as lightning from falling from the heaven. Okay, so that's when that transaction happens. As you seen a so-called white man come down now, the Israelites take the kingdom and they rule over their oppressors. Okay, that's what that's talking about. And Yahweh shall come, and it shall come to pass in that day that Yahweh will give you rest from all your sorrows and from all those fears and from those harsh bondage wherein thou was made to serve. That thou shalt take up this proverb against the king of Babylon and say, how have the oppressor ceased? The golden city cease. Okay, that's talking about America. Okay, however, this America deceased. We've seen it happen now. Okay, so really, these are some really great times for you right now because we're seeing the white man go down, but they some tough times. They some tough times as well. Let's come over here to the book of. Give me a second here. These are some rough times, but they some blessed times. Okay, we're living in some beautiful times right now because we're seeing the so-called white man fall out of power. Okay, that's great. So you need to be in a spirit of Caleb. Yes, take them down. That's since the white man's going down, you got to have the spirit of yes. Let's get them now. Let's destroy them. Drop missiles on them already. They already destroyed. That's how you have to think. Okay, if you want a part of the faith. The book of Ecclesiastes, chapter 8, verse 5. Whereso keep the commandments shall feel no evil thing, and all the wise men shall discern both time and judgments. Okay, so yeah, you should know, understand time and judgments. Okay, it's time for the white man to be judged. Give me a second here. The book of Ecclesiastes, chapter 3, verse 1. To everything there is a season, and to a time and every purpose under heaven, okay? And I jump down to verse 8. A time to love and a time to hate, a time of war and a time of peace, okay? And this is a time of war right now, okay? And you're going to see the so-called white men just fall out of power. Jumping back over here to Isaiah, let's go down to Isaiah 14, verse 5. Yahweh has broken, one moment, try to get this thing to focus. Yahweh has broken the staff of the wicked and the scepter of the rulers. He who smote the people in wrath with a continuous stroke, he that ruled over the nations in anger and persecuted, and none hindereth. The whole earth is at rest, and it is quiet. It breaks forth into singing. Yea, the first tree also at the and the cedar of Lebanon, saying, art since thou art laid down, no feather is come against us. Hell from beneath is moved for thee to meet thee at thou's coming. It stirs up the dead for thee, and all the chief ones of the earth is raised up for thee. Their thrones, all the kingdoms of the nations, all they shall speak, and they shall say unto thee, art thou become weak as we? Art thou, one moment, get this, try to get this thing up. Art thou become like unto us? Thou pomp is brought down to the grave, and the noise of the vials, the worms is spread under thee, and the worms cover thee. How art thou fallen from heaven, O Lucifer, the morning star? Okay, so Lucifer, talking about the so-called Illuminati, all this demonic high-level witchcraft and Satanism that they be doing, okay? So, but Yahweh Shai is going to remove that, okay? They're not going to have that power to do that anymore. They're not going to have it's another name for Satan, okay? So they're not going to have that power to perform these satanic rituals that they be doing, okay? Yahweh Shai is going to remove them by the power from doing that. how thou cut down the ground and did weaken the nations. For thou hast said in thy heart, I will ascend unto heaven, I will extol my throne above the stars of power. I will sit on the thrones of the mountains, the mountain of the congregation, the sides of the north here in North America, over the Israelites. I will send above the heights of the clouds. I will be like the Most High. Yet thou shalt be brought down to hell and to the sides of the pit. That's the so-called white man. And you're seeing the white man fall now. You're starting to see his collapse now. It's already started. They say, they that see thee shall narrowly look upon thee and consider and saying, is this the man that shooketh the earth, that made the earth tremble, that did shake kingdoms, that made the world a wilderness and destroyed the cities thereof, that opened not the house of the prisoners? Okay. That's it. That's what this is about. That's it. The so-called white men, they being brought out of power, okay? Being destroyed. Okay, so over here, let's go up to 21. It's coming down to 21. Prepare a slaughter for his children, for the iniquity of the fathers, that they do not rise up and possess the land, nor fill the face of the world with cities. For I will rise up against them, said Yahweh of hosts, and cut off from Babylon the name and remnant and son and nephew, said Yahweh. I will also make it a possession bitter for bitter and pools of water, and I will sweep it with the bosom of destruction. Okay, thermonuclear destruction. Thermonuclear destruction, just bam, hitting this place. Boom, you hear a loud boom. You've been brought to the king of terrors, okay? And say unto, says Yahweh of hosts, Yahweh of hosts has sworn, saying, surely I have thought, so shall it come to pass, and I have purposed it, so it shall stand. Okay, one moment. Let's come to the book of Job. Give me 1 second. The book of Job, chapter 15, we'll start off at 20. The wicked man travels with pain. All the days and numbers of the years is hidden to the oppressor. A dreadful sound is in his ears. What's that talking about? Thermonuclear destruction, okay? Talking about boom, you hear the loud boom, and then your ears start bleeding, okay? That's what that's talking about. A dreadful sound is in this man's ear, okay? And all these countries already have thermonuclear weapons pointed at every major city in here in America, okay? From Russia, China, Pakistan, all these countries, North Korea, they have thermonuclear weapons pointed at the major cities of America, waiting for the day, okay, that they get to push and just get their vengeance out on this man, okay? They're gonna drop missiles on him. A dreadful sound is in his ears, and prosperity, destroyer shall come and come upon him. He believes not that he shall return out of darkness, and he is waiting for the sword. He wanders abroad for bread, saying, where is it? He knows that his day is dark, is ready at his hand. Trouble and anguish shall make him afraid. They shall prevail against him as a king is ready for battle. He shall run upon even on his neck, upon his thick bosses and his back, and his look like buckler, because he covers his face with fat, all his debt, and make it collapse of fat of his flank. Okay, let's come over here. The book of Job, chapter 20, we'll start at 11. That's why this man's going to try to do this new world order. He's going to get it off the ground. Okay, he's going to have the major of the populace shipped. But as soon as he thinks he's going to eat, and as soon as he take a couple of bites of his food, it's like the walls, the ceiling's gonna collapse on his head. Boom. Okay, Yahweh Shai gonna make the ceiling collapse on him. But as soon as he think he's gonna get a couple of bites of his meal, Yahweh Shai gonna drop missiles on him. Boom, boom, boom. You just thermonuclear destruction just hitting this man. Okay, that's what this is about. You're gonna just hear thermonuclear weapons hitting this man. Okay, let's go over here. One moment. that's what's in store for them. We will start at verse 11, the book of Psalms, chapter 7, 11. Power judges the righteous and is angry with the wicked every day. If he does not turn, he with a sword. Have he bent a bow and made it ready? He hath prepared for him an instrument of death. What's the instrument of death? Thermonuclear destruction. He hath ordained arrows against the persecutor. Behold, travels and iniquities, and he hath conceived mischief and brought forth falsehood, the so-called New World Order. He hath made a pit and digged it, and fell into the ditch which he made. His mischief shall return upon his own head. That's it. And the violence dealing shall he come down upon his own plate. I praise Yahweh according to his righteousness. I will sing praises to the name of the Most High, Yahweh Most High. That's it. That's it. Okay, so one moment. Let's go up to verse 20, verse 18. 20, verse 18. The book of Job. That thou he labored for shall he restore, and shall not swallow it down. According to his substance shall he restitute, shall he not rejoice therein, because he have oppressed and have forsaken the poor, because he have violently taken away the house of which he builded not. Surely he shall not feel quietness in his belly. He shall not save on that which is desire. There shall come out of his meat be left. Therefore shall no man look for his goods. In the fullness of his sufficiency shall he be in straits. Every hand of the wicked shall come upon him. That's it. Father, that's it. In the fulfillment of his sufficiency shall he be in straits. Every hand of the wicked shall be come upon him. When he think he is about to fill his belly, the so-called New World Order chipping everybody, okay, power shall cast furies of wrath upon him, and shall rain upon him while he is yet eating, okay? While it's like he try to get a cup of salad, a little, some salad or a piece of rice or some chicken, and it just fall on your head. It just collapses on you, okay? Missiles fall on him, okay? That's what this is about. He shall flee from an iron weapon, and a bowl of steel shall strike him through. It shall draw and come out of his body, yea, a glittering sword shall come out of his gall. Terrors are upon him. That's it. terror's on this man already. This man's going down, okay? Seek Yahweh Shai while you still can. The wicked need to forsake their lifestyle, okay, and turn unto their God, okay? He will abundantly pardon, okay? And when all these things happen to you in the latter days, and when these tribulations come upon thee, when you see it, for Yahweh is a merciful God, he won't forsake you, okay? Turn to Yahweh Shai while you still can. Okay, the wicked need to forsake their way and turn unto their God, okay? All darkness shall be hid in a secret place, a fire blown, not blown shall consume him. It shall go ill with him that is left in his tabernacle, okay? So the ones that are left, oh we. Sucks to be you. You're gonna be thinking, should I die in a nuclear destruction? Okay, that's you gonna wish you gonna die. Men wanted death rather than life. Okay, that's what this is about. The heavens shall reveal his iniquity, and the earth shall rise up against him. The increase of his house shall depart, and his goods shall flow away in a day of wrath. This is a portion of the wicked man from power, and from the inheritance anointed him by power. So we're going to call it there. Hopefully you was edified. All praises to Yahweh, Yahweh Shai. Double honors to the men of GMS who rule well. Peace and salutations to the hopeful elect. Shalom.